What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you guys can't tell, again, we're talking about the Rooster because I just can't let it go. I love that car way too much. But before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about some of the LS Nasty stuff we got going on here. So we got all of the shirts, the OG LS Nasty shirts. I just got those back in stock, so I got a bunch of those, so you guys can get those. They'll be the first link in the description below. And then, again, y'all sold me all out of the American flag style. I guess it's because Memorial Day is coming up, or it's because America is just the best thing on earth. The LS Nasty American flag style shirts, we're about sold out. Just placed another order, so they'll be back here early next week. And then I got both the American flag style hats and the OG just day one LS Nasty hats. So you guys can get all this stuff in the description below. What I'm doing right now is I got another shipment going out right there of just hats. So I got some more stuff on order, and you guys need to get this stuff. These on the back are real nice. They say All American Grudge Racer, just so everyone knows not to mess with you. You'll chop their head off at the tree, something like that. But you can stay tuned with all the LS Nasty stuff. So the first link in the description below will get you over to that, where you can pick that stuff up. But for now, what I'm going to do is head back to the other shop where we're getting the dyno all set up, and we'll start talking about the Rooster. All right, before we get back with the Rooster, got to drop a much-needed piece of metal off at Jeff's house, because he's working on brown sugar trying to get that cage in there. And we were 1 bar short, so 1 bar of chromoly tube. Oh God, look who that is. Didn't even let me get to talk. Oh, am I really?
You said an hour and 39 minutes.
How long?
Like 20 minutes.
Has it really been 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Hey,
here's your rod. Can we go check out progress?
Yeah.
So how is it going, first of all?
Pretty well. So the toughest part is, since I'm the only one here, everything that was bolted to the floor of the car was through bolted.
Oh,
so I gotta take vice grips and come up here and put a vice grip on a nut and go on the bottom and take it out. So that took a while. Aside from that, I've never done a cage in a full frame car. Mm-hmm. It sucks.
Yeah.
It is.
Cut the floor, yeah. Put in tube, re-weld floor in there.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But then, like, inside the car, I'll show you over here. So see how this is sitting on top of the frame rail?
Yep.
So I have to box the frame right here too for added support. What I have to do is get a piece of plate and weld it in here, and then I can weld the tube to the top of the frame.
So essentially, that could potentially just like bend over.
Basically, yeah.
So that's why, well, you know what? I'm glad. It's good to know that you go the extra mile. You don't just be like, oh, it looks good.
I definitely won't half-ass a cage.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was about to tack these rear bars in and then fully weld them and then start the door bars. You're
making light work of this, it looks like.
The door bars are kind of crappy.
Yeah? So
they're not bent to go around the door panel. That's why the armrests are off.
Okay.
So with the armrest off, it fits and clears the door handle.
Okay.
Otherwise, it wouldn't clear the door handle.
Okay. So it's kind of like the F-body ones where like we had to literally hack everything right here, yep, just to get it to fit because they're not bent. And when you do bend them, then the Kirky seat hits.
Exactly.
So
I'll show you. Let me throw one in here real quick. G-body doors.
That squeak though.
So that'll go like that, and you can still get to your door handle.
Oh, that is. See, that's kind of nice. But with that thing on, with the padding on top, it just doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
What I might do is I'll try to wedge it in there and slam the door and see if it will clearance itself.
Once it's all in there, hey, just slam it.
Yep.
If it fits, it ships.
Yeah, these are notched. The rears are notched. Everything's cut, ready to start welding. And then I want to get the entire cage welded in the car tonight, and then I'll start putting the floors back in it tomorrow.
Damn. Well, you're moving right along here, because I did bring it to you a day late from when I originally was talking, but you know,
it's gonna be my excuse when it's not done on time.
I said sometime next week it'd be done.
No, the frame notch I think is gonna go pretty smooth. Mm-hmm. When I did mine, the body was off the frame, so it was really easy.
Yeah, it was very easy.
But reading UMI's instructions, it sounds like it's, you know, probably a 4 to 6 hour job.
Hey,
depending.
That's not too bad.
So
that's not too bad. Well, good work. I assume that you filmed some of this?
Nope.
No! Where am I supposed to direct all these viewers to?
I'm going to film the frame notch.
Okay, so frame notch,
yeah,
you can cover.
You know how much I hate doing cages?
Yeah, oh, I know.
So I don't.
That's why when I texted you and you're like, you know what, yeah, I'm like, what is...
See, so Packard money,
Oh, yes. This is...
I'll do this, and then I can fly right back onto that.
You could buy some wheels or something.
Buy some wheels, some suspension stuff.
Nice. Well, that's what it's all about. It's funny when, like, money for car stuff, literally you take it and put it into a car, and it just... Car money just keeps trading hands. Yes. I think I'm done bugging you for the day.
I'm gonna keep rolling then.
All right, well, thank you for your hard work. I told the people that I'd tell them how to build a rooster for themselves. It's information that the public could handle or no? That has turbo. That has turbo. Oh, no. Oh, God. Everywhere. It's everywhere. Are you gonna go out here and get on the trans brake? You better have the boost controller on. We want to see flames. I'd say it's fixed. All right, guys. Little taste of the rooster right there. It is all fixed up. We're gonna be heading to the track tomorrow, but we got to give it a little shakedown. This is stuff we normally don't show when we're at the shop because it's like gravel and it's not nearly as cool as it is out here. But let's give a rundown from front to back on what it takes to get the rooster in your hands. So anyone can go out here and build it. It's all literally off-the-shelf parts, and it's just something that works well. So starting up front, let's start with the meat and potatoes. This is a Huron Speed V3 T6 single turbo kit. This is everything you can get 100% minus the exhaust. You can get 100% of this from Huron Speed. The exhaust is obviously made custom, but he does offer a 5-inch aluminum race exhaust that we did have on the car that comes out here. So right now this is a Jose Borgwarner turbo. It's a 85 millimeter built by Force Inductions, and it works really well. This setup right here is simple. It's got the air-to-air intercooler, and this is an upgraded air-to-air intercooler, so it's like a real big core. And then Huron Speed wastegates and blow-off valves. So turbo kit wise, everything is right from Huron Speed. Works well, makes tons of power. Ask Ben, it'll make you choke on tire smoke all day long. The current setup on the engine on the Boosted Rooster right now is a 5.3 block. It has a K1 crank. I'm not sure what rods. Well, I don't know what rods are in there, but they're aftermarket rods, and then a white scope piston. Right now, it is pretty good, streetable setup. We keep the car on E85. As we move our way up, we got some 210 injectors from Carter Motorsports and a Holley Sniper intake with a War, I guess it's like your typical like LS1 style War throttle body. It's got electric water pump on there. That's like a small block style pump with adapters, and then just a Griffin radiator. So under the engine bay, everything is pretty simple. Ben did a really good job cleaning up the wiring. It's got an ATI balancer on there and a stock F-body alternator, and still on stock computer. It's got simple stuff like catch can on there, which is something you definitely need, and then it's got a strange master cylinder on here with a BMR adapter. So engine wise, engine turbo kit wise, that's pretty much a wrap on that. If we go into the suspension and components up front that you can't see, it has a BMR tubular K-member, LS1 motor mounts, so everything just mounts right up there. I think it's got a billet adapter for it, correct? It's got the billet motor mounts on here. Yeah. BMR upper control arms, BMR lower control arms, stock brakes, and then it's got a QA1 adjustable shock on stock spindle. So very simple setup. Everything on this car right here is mild steel. Nothing crazy, no chromoly, no Docal tubing, no titanium, nothing out of the ordinary. Just simple off-the-shelf parts that work. So this car is a little bit heavier than some of the other stuff we got, but it does work, as you guys can see. As we move our way back, we'll go to the transmission. So this is a Bruzy transmission. It's a Power Glide with a 180 first gear. It's got a PTC torque converter spec'd by Dusty Bradford, and it's got a B&M Pro Bandit shifter. I really do like this shifter because it is very simple. It is the same shifter I have in all my other cars. You can either get it set up for a Power Glide or for a 400, but you get first gear, high gear, neutral, reverse lockout, and park. Very, very simple. We got the AMS 1000 boost controller, CO2 based boost controller. We have our Motion Raceworks CO2 bottle kit. Shout out to Motion Raceworks, Doug and Andy and all the guys at Motion, absolutely knocked out of the park. Some other stuff we get from Motion Raceworks are, we got some buttons, we got trans brake, bump box, and then we got a smooth stage over there. And then we have an MSD two-step. We got the boost solenoids right here. Everything is all push lock fittings. So Ben did a great job. Ben kind of went through and rewired the car. Something that's important if you're on stock computer is HP tuners. As you can see, Ben has it wired into his wideband, which I have been stealing Ben's wideband for God knows how long, but he's wanted that back. I'm like, no, it's staying in the car forever. Luckily, the Huron Speed Kit allows you to put a wideband right in there. It's already has a bung for it. Other than that, everything is pretty much stock. A lot of people call this car a race car, but honestly, it just has the other seat out of it. You could take the Kirky passenger seat mount and put it in here. You could put back seats in there, and then it would be very similar to the setup on the Cow. So for those of you guys that do call this a race car, it is not a race car. It is very much so a street car. You could drive this thing anywhere you want. It's got a big B&M transcooler on it. It's got a big Griffin radiator. It doesn't get hot. It's super streetable is what it is. We choose to treat it like a race car because, I mean, how many videos can you make driving this thing on the street? Like, they're all the same, and I really don't like messing around the street too much because it's a little hairy. All right, so at the back of the transmission, we have a strange billet yoke. We got a Fleet Pride steel drive shaft, and then we have another strange yoke for 8.8 rear with their Ultra caps. So a bunch of strange stuff everywhere on this. As we go into the rear end, we have, it fell off on that side so I can't show it, but over here it has the strange engineering rear end. So right now it is a Ford 8.8 factory width for an 8.8. So on an F body, that's about 3 inches narrowed per each side, which gives you this nice look when you put a offset wheel on there, one that's offset correctly. But anyways, back to the 8.8 rear. So it's 8.8 housing. It's got a 373 gear. It has strange spool in there and strange 35 spline axles with their 1/2-inch studs on the rear. So very nice setup. Absolutely recommend Strange to anyone. Their stuff is 100% killer, 100% badass. This 8.8 has 97 Mustang disc brakes on the rear, so stopping power is I'd say pretty good in this. Stock brakes on the front, stock brakes in the rear, can't really go wrong there. Also, it has a TRZ anti-roll bar, and it has a PA Racing, I believe, short torque arm. So we run the short torque arms and everything, not the long ones. So they don't mount up near the transmission, they mount back like mid-car. That's what I got on the Salty Chicken. They work well. This actually came with the car. Let's see, other than that, fuel system wise, it's got 3 380 pumps that help provide enough E85 for this setup. With the 210 injectors, it seems to work pretty well. So as you guys can see here, pretty basic setup. Oh yeah, wheel and tire setup. You guys probably want to ask this. So if you have a rear end in your F-body that is narrowed 3 inches on each side, this wheel and tire setup will work. It is a 5-inch backspaced weld wheel. These are Alumistar rears and Alumistar fronts, and they look pretty good. Wes, how upset are you that we're getting rid of the Alumistars?
I know, they're probably my second favorite wheel behind the Magnums.
But we still got the Magnums. So that's going to be pretty much it. I got a bunch of sponsors on this build: Motion Raceworks, Strange, Huron Speed, TRZ Motorsports. They have been super helpful with this entire build. Now, I did see a couple comments. They're like, dude, you're literally going to take a car that sponsors gave you parts for and sell it. Well, funny enough, I'm selling it to one of the owners of the company that is now a sponsor. Look at this. Hard at work.
Track footprint.
Oh, we got to keep the track clean, huh? So we are not selling this car to profit. It is literally sold because owner of one of the companies wanted it, and it was sold at an extremely fair price. I will say almost all the parts that are on here, whether they were a sponsorship part or not, I did pay for. So it's not like I was giving parts for free and I'm selling it to make profit off of. I'm not like that. And if you guys watch my channel, you guys should know me enough. I saw someone's like, dude, I lost a lot of respect for you because you're taking a car that was given sponsored parts and you're selling it. Well, if you guys know me, if you guys watch the channel, if you guys are avid viewers, you'll know what kind of person I am. I'm not someone like that that's going to do something like that. So it kind of is what it is. I'm sad to see this car go, but we do have the Salty Chicken, which is going to be the Boosted Rooster on steroids. So yeah, it's sad. We're going to take to the track tomorrow. Tomorrow is probably going to be the last video with the Boosted Rooster, so everyone be sure to check out that. Wes, do you have anything to say about the Boosted Rooster leaving us?
It's been a good car.
You're a little sad, aren't you?
I'm ready to see the next step.
The next step?
I'm ready to see, yeah.
You ready to see the Grand National?
And the Salty Chicken.
And the Salty Chicken. Salty Chicken's going to be fun. Yeah.
Boosted Rooster 2.0. A little bit lighter.
A little bit faster. little bit stronger.
A little bit probably easier to tinker with.
We've been through it once before, so we're gonna be starting off ahead.
And it's not like you're trying to build it to be a street car as much.
No, that's what I'm saying. People say that this isn't a street car.
You're trying to keep
It's a street car with a seat missing.
Say,
it was a good car. We're gonna put this one to rest tomorrow at the track. Hopefully it runs good, gets a number, and
LS Nasty sticker.
no, we're gonna leave. That's part of the price.
Part of the deal.
Part of the price. So I do want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, go down and get your LS Nasty merch. They're in the first couple links in the description below. I got a ton of stuff back in stock, so get your orders in. They go quick. Other than that, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. And that right there is how you back your car into the shop.